Welcome to Pet Allies Adoption Minute, sponsored by Sholo TV. I'm RJ. I'm here instead of Jill Tinkle today because she's out of town, and I have my co-host Jennifer Rinaldi. She's a board member.
Hello.
And she is going to help us with some cat and dog questions. You've probably heard that we had 117 cats and 4 dogs come in from one home in Sholo, and Jennifer can give us some tips on how to integrate a new cat into the home, especially if you already have dogs. And we have with us cat number 66. We've numbered the cats because there's so many. It's easier for us to keep track.
And this is a wonderful one, by the way. Look at how calm this cat is.
He's about a 5.5-year-old male, neutered already and ready to go home.
And those male cats get along great with dogs. We have a male cat named Oscar who is a rescue, and when we started integration, my dog wanted to lunge at him, but because of the demeanor similar to this one, Oscar got over it. We always had a baby gate between them so that they could see each other coming and going. If Oscar needed to hide, there was always a spot for him to get away from the dog, but over time, it took about a year. It's not immediate, it never will be, but it can be done. The breed of dog I have is a very aggressive breed, and I was told by the breeder that it'll never happen. It can. It can. If you want to integrate cats and dogs, the best thing to do is to find a demeanor like this.
In your cat.
In your cat. Your dog is another story. Certain dogs will get to it, certain dogs won't. If your dog will not get along with your cat, just make sure that your cat can get away from the dog. Usually cats are pretty good at assessing the demeanor of a dog, the dog's temperament, and the way the dog sits, moves, his tail. They will read it. If my dog is rambunctious, my cats are out of the way, always.
Because they don't want to play rough.
They don't want to play rough.
So they figure it out.
They figure it out, and they have claws. And our dog luckily hasn't been injured, but he's been warned. If he gets rambunctious, the cats will hiss and arch, and he backs right up. And it's been amazing for him. I'm so glad that we have the cats, because he was an aggressive dog when we got him, and the cats have taught him. They have taught him to back off. And they've taught him to back off of other dogs too. So I think it's a win-win situation to have a cat-dog household.
Just have to be prepared to put a lot of time in.
Absolutely.
And so if you don't feel like your lifestyle is allowing you to do that right now, is probably not a good time to tackle integrating it into your family.
Absolutely.
But maybe if you're recently retired, you got a little extra time on your hands, maybe unemployed for a moment or something like that. We haven't cooked you into being a board member or something like that since your retirement. So you still have a little time left. You could try doing something like adding a cat to the household. Maybe you always want to do that all your life, and now's your opportunity. We certainly have 117 cats for you to choose from. Yes. So we have a lot of varieties of cats, and we will tell you as much as we can about them, but it is, honestly, it is difficult when you have 117 to know their individual personalities. Sure. But we are working on just releasing a small number, like 12 or 15 at a time, so that we can actually be more upfront about all the things that we know about that particular cat. This guy, doesn't really have a lot of medical issues or anything. We are doing dentals on most of the cats. Which is really unusual. Even the young ones are needing dentals. Really? So there will be a backlog there, so you might have to bring your cat back in a month or two to get a dental cleaning, but it's free and included with the adoption. So any cat under 5 is $65, and a cat over 5 is $40. So it's a great deal. We're spending, $300 to $500 a cat in medical care.
And dentals are very expensive.
Oh, so, oops, stage left.
Easy.
Kitty wants to leave.
Easy.
So we appreciate you coming to the shelter to volunteer, to maybe foster a cat. We have 66 cats at the thrift store that would love to go into a home. We don't have space for them in shelter. And you can donate cat food, cat litter, cat toys, and we'd like to thank you for joining us on Sholo TV for Pet Allie's Adoption Minute, and we'll see you at the shelter.
If you would like more information about the shelter, its monthly events, or to schedule an adoption outside of regular hours, please visit www.PetAlliesAz.org or call the shelter at 928-537-8009.